Hi guys, welcome back to That Simple Life with the DeVores fam. Grab your coffee, it's morning chat time. So comment down below and let me know how your summer's going, if you've taken any family vacations, done anything fun, if you're just staying at home saving money. I would love to go on a family vacation. Maybe next year I might start an envelope just for that. Maybe go somewhere we've never been before. I think that would be really fun and a really good idea. I'm gonna start that envelope because we've never really done like a family vacation that's not involved going to see our families, if that makes sense. Like, I would really like to go to the Dakota territories to see all the places that I think you can visit, like where Laura Ingalls used to live. That would be really cool to do. Anyways, I just wanted to jump on here and have a little honest talk about how our summer is going so far. We bought the pool passes, so we have access to the pool every day, which is lovely. They've been having movie nights every Friday at our park, so last Friday was The Wizard of Oz, so the kids have been packing up the wagon and snacks, and they go out on Friday nights and watch a movie, and it's been nice. We've had several barbecues with friends. Kennedy is all done with summer school. She still has her workers that come and work with her, and my other kids still work with their peer support and CBRS workers as well. It has been really hot. This is the hottest summer we've had since we've lived here. We are in Idaho, in eastern Idaho. In case you're new to the channel, I have 6 kids. It has been really hot, and because it's normally we have a very long winter here, most of the older houses here, and our house is an older one, they don't have air conditioning. So I have not been doing a lot of cleaning or organizing or really much of anything, because by the time 10 o'clock hits, I start to feel very lethargic and sleepy, and just because the heat really does zap your energy. I am not a summer person. I prefer the winter. You all know, if you're not new to my channel, how much I love the snow. So I'm already ready for winter and cozy sweaters and hot chocolate and all that good winter stuff. And fall, fall and winter are my favorites. But I'm trying to soak up the sun as much as I can. Even got a little bit of a suntan going on from being at the pool, but I wear my big hats and stuff. Try to protect my face as much as I can. With all that being said, as far as the kids go, this is where I have really failed. So like I said, Kennedy's out of school and they still have their workers, but I don't know if it's just because my energy's been non-existent. They've pretty much been, and I'm being honest here, been living on their tablets and their Chromebooks. It's really bad, especially like Kennedy. Like, if she's got nothing going on, she's like staring at her tablet all day, and I'm like, this isn't good. I tried to get them to do some painting yesterday, and it lasted all of like 2 minutes. It was on my Instagram story, so I'm like, I need to come up with a schedule. I need to start getting them into a routine, because all this screen time is not healthy at all. But I'd like to get on here and say that I have my kids on a schedule and a routine, and that there is no screen time in my house, so I limit it to an hour a day, but that's not true. It's been bad. They haven't really been watching TV. It's mostly been, so like Jillian and Wesley, my 10 and 11-year-olds, and my daughter Tiffany, who's 13, they'll play Roblox. It's a game, and they'll play it all day if I let them. And Kennedy gets on her little tablet and she has little games that she plays, or we have it set up for like the kids' YouTube, and she'll watch like Bubble Guppies or Blue's Clues. Like, she'll just watch basically TV all day on her tablet. And I've just been, I don't know, like, I mean, it's not all day, because they probably go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 pool sessions, and they're probably going to two of those a day, sometimes 3. So I mean, they are getting outside and swimming, and like I said, doing the park stuff. Sometimes I take them over to the splash pad, but it's just so hot. There's not a lot of shade where the splash pad is, so if you don't get there super early and get like a table underneath the canopies, you're gonna fry. So I am going to sit down right now with my coffee, and I'm going to try to come up with a schedule. So not like something strict. That's not going to be like you have to do art for an hour and then play Legos for 30 minutes. But I'm going to just kind of come up with a time frame that's realistic, so they're not getting so much screen time, so that they're doing some artwork, so that they're reading some books. We do need to make a trip to the library. I have not been in like over a month. That is so unlike me. I want them to read some books. They need to help out a little bit more around the house. Me too. It's just like I said, it's been so hot. I feel like nobody has wanted to do anything because the house just heats up, and I'm going to be looking into getting some curtains for our living room window, and maybe some blackout curtains for the rooms up here, because it's just really hot. The basement is about 10 degrees cooler, but really nobody likes to play down there because it needs to be redone. It's kind of it's just not pretty down there. You guys seen it? It's just kind of dark and gloomy down there. So they prefer to stay upstairs, and I get it. So I'm gonna try to come up with a schedule. Let me know how your summer's going. I'm gonna work on that right now, and then I'll show you what I came up with. And comment down below if anybody else has struggled with the screen time with their kids. Okay, so this is what I got, and I wrote it in pencil because I'm still gonna play with it. And it's not like set in stone, it's just kind of an idea. So because there are some things that we'll have to work around, like when their workers come, I need to pull out the schedule, and I'll write when I make it, like with I'll use Sharpies, like colored Sharpies. I'll put in there like the times that they go with their workers and things like that. But this is kind of just an idea to maybe help them and help me. So I put 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock, wake up. If anybody needs to shower, they can do that, get dressed. And this will include my teenagers. So Parker, he's 14. The boy is never home. He's always spending the night at friends or having friends spend the night here. So, but when he is home, the boy will sleep until 1 o'clock if I let him. So I need to get him out of that habit really fast. So this will include him. And Tiffany is pretty good about waking up, but she's 13. She'll wake up and come up and eat, but she'll go straight back to her room to play on her iPod. So that's not good either. And Allison, by the way, she's almost 16. She is in California for a month staying with my mom. So she's obviously not included in this summer schedule because she's not here. So I put, the wake up around 8 o'clock, shower, dress, and I put around 8:30, I put morning chores, which is basically, it's just making their beds, like kitty litter, maybe taking the garbage out, just super simple things like that. It doesn't take long. So I have 8:45 breakfast. I have not been cooking a lot because this has been too freaking hot. So we've been doing a lot of cereal, which is fine because we get the free lunch at least 3 times a week. You can get it at 10:30, and sometimes they have breakfast and lunch with it. So I put breakfast at 8:45, then clean up. Then 9 o'clock, I've put like any outside play they want to do, like maybe painting outside or chalk, bubbles, maybe going on a quick bike ride. Just something that it just gets too hot to do that stuff later in the day. At 10 o'clock, I put their screen time, so I'll give them a whole hour from 10 to 11. They can play Roblox or watch TV or watch the YouTube. They like to, the Kennedy shows that she likes to watch. And then at 11, I put art or anything creative, or maybe getting, like, we have tons of like the Brain Quest workbooks, and Kennedy has a ton of like alphabet workbooks and number workbooks that she could be working on. So they can either do art or work on a workbook. and just for an hour. And that could include, if they don't want to paint or do a workbook, they can play with Legos or get out the sand and play with that. Maybe play with the dollhouse for the girls. Just there, we have cars. I mean, we don't have a lot of toys, but there's enough that they can be creative, like, and use their imagination. So that's just kind of pick something to play with. I know that Wesley will probably be the one that does the art. He likes to draw a lot. Then I put noon, lunch, and see, this is where it's going to get tricky. So like at 1 o'clock, I put any errands we need to do. That's typically around that time is when the workers start to show up. So if they're gone, that allows me time to go run to the grocery store, or maybe take a couple of the kids that I have with me to the library, something like that. And then I put from 2:30 to 7, here's my little schedule, 2:30 to 7:30, I put swim, because that's, the first session starts at 2:30, the last session starts at 7:30 and goes to 9:50. They don't go to all of those, but I just like squared that off because a lot of times they'll go to like 2 or 3 of those, so I just have that squared off. I put between 5:30 and 6 dinner. Because of the pool sessions, the kids that go at the like 5 o'clock session usually eat later, which I really can't change that because I don't want to stop them from going swimming. But I am going to make a rule: if you come home and you're heating up leftovers, because by that time I've cleaned up the kitchen, then they need to be respectful and do their dishes and put the food back away. And then I put at 7 o'clock some evening chores, and again, some of my kids might be at the pool, but this is just stuff like maybe picking up their rooms from playing that day, or taking out the big garbage cans, maybe helping out with like vacuuming, or if I didn't get something cleaned in the kitchen after dinner. And then I've put 9 o'clock, read for 20 minutes. Again, if they're at the pool, when they get home and change, then they need to read. And then from like 9:30 to 10, and I might even make it 10:30 for the older kids, I've put screen time. So I think that's pretty reasonable. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more and get out the schedules for when their workers come, so I can put that in here as well. But this mama's got to do something, because I'm not going to be hard on myself and say that I'm lazy, because I'm not. I'm just human, and it's just been hot. And when it's hot like that, you don't want to do anything. And I think that's part of the reason why they've been staring at screens, because they feel it too. They're just like, bleh. Like, nobody wants to do nothing. And even sometimes they don't want to go to the pool because the pool's heated. So who wants to take a hot bath when it's hot outside? I don't know why they do that. Sometimes they don't turn it on. I actually prefer it when the water's cold, because it just feels better. But they're probably going to argue with this. That's okay, but they'll get used to it. But I'm just trying to be honest, and I like to keep things real. Jillian and Wes, they did go out the other day. They pulled the wagon, and they had like sponges and towels, and I think they had ant spray. And they went around to the neighbors and said, we're trying to raise money for our little sister Kennedy's birthday to buy her a present. Is there any chores we could do? And dang kids came home with $32. And I'm like, what did you guys do? And they're like, we did nothing. They just gave us money. I was like, what? Oh, this neighborhood is so great. But the people did ask them to come back and do some stuff yesterday. So they did. They cleaned some windows. I don't know how good they did at that, but it's the older couple that's next door, so I'm sure they understand. They walked some dogs. They pulled some weeds. They moved some, like a rock pile from one of the neighbors. And then today I got to actually wake them up. They got to go back, and they're going to play with somebody's dog. She's going to pay them. She paid them like $3 already, so they're going to go do that. But I thought that was really, really cute. And I did take them to Target yesterday, and Kennedy had $50, a gift card from my dad. I was going to pick out something, and I decided that she's getting old enough. I'd let her pick out her gift, and she had a fabulous time. She got 2 new outfits, and then a really cute Baby Alive doll, and then some little tiny dolls, so she was happy. And then the kids picked out Kennedy some kinetic sand, a new one, but it's like rainbow colors. So they're really excited to wrap that up and give it to her. And I think they were really proud because they earned it, so they paid for it. And I think that made them feel really good. And then with the rest of their money, they bought themselves Robux and gift cards, because you can get money to like buy things on the game. I don't even know, but they said they might do more stuff like that to see if any of the neighbors need help doing things. Parker and Allie are not working anymore at the snow cone place, the Tiki Hut. Obviously, Allie's gone. Parker ended up quitting because he's only 14 and she was working him almost every day, and I just think he just wants to be with his friends. So he's got plenty of time to work, and he is still doing the occasional side jobs. He works at the shooting range once a month, and if the church ever needs help, he goes over there and helps as well. So that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how your summer's going, and let me know if anybody else has struggled with the screen time this summer with their kids. I'm gonna go color code this and wake up my kids and get our day started. Chicken tendies. Bye guys.